common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
Hey, good afternoon, good morning, good night, wherever you're located. Coinbase IPOs opens at 381, does a 429.54. Currently, we're just at a 311, I think. We're at 316. I wasn't excited about that IPO. I think it was sell the news type event, but it is exciting that it's going to bring more people to crypto. So I think it's a big deal, just not a good buy. Down here, 317. I mean, shit, you might be able to pick it up here for a decent trade. I won't really be able to get a good buy with the Wyckoff indicators because they've only been open for an hour or whatever. So they're slapping Mara, Riot, MicroStrategy. Some of those I mentioned yesterday looked like they were lower to me. So hopefully you sidestepped a little bit of that. What's up, Richism? We got Bitcoin 62,200, did a 61.6 a little bit ago. I am out from lower, as everybody knows. Looking still for some type of pullback. We'll go over that here. In front of us, NASDAQ down 126. Dow was up about, what, 220? We did have a sell signal finally registered on the DIA, which is the Dow Jones ETF. So hopefully S&P, Dow, and NASDAQ is all ready to roll over here. So again, I think that probably keeps a little bit of pressure on Coinbase. I believe their employees were given 100 shares and they could sell it whenever. I'm guessing they exited on that sell-off. Didn't want to see that money slide away. So, I mean, they just watched, what, 42,000 go down to 31,000 on a Christmas gift. So I think that probably didn't help out, but we shall see. Let's jump into our proprietary charting software, Bitcoin USD Bitfinex. I mentioned was overbought. Now we're back to neutral. So I still think we work a little bit lower. Yesterday I showed counts of a pullback maybe still to like 55,000. So we'll see if stocks cannot continue lower from today's sell-off. That's going to concern me a little bit. If Bitcoin recovers, that'll concern the bear case a little bit. So we will watch that. Bitcoin USD consolidated, 140 plus exchanges, technometer neutral. Bitcoin USDT, it's going to be near neutral. Ethereum is going to be near neutral. Litecoin is going to be a little bit below neutral. So I think to stay bearish, we just need stocks and crypto to continue to make lower lows here. There's Bitcoin USDT 45.33. Now let's load in the charting software. This is the QQQ. Actually, technometer now is below neutral. So again, want to see more selling before that would get to oversold. DIA I just mentioned. You can see lower right, 50.5. We was above 52 earlier today. So got into sell signal back like we did here on March 15th, which did lead again to a little bit of pullback. I would think we're going to get a little bit of a pullback here. Not sure how much. We'll watch it to see SPY. Technometer 52 still. So you can see so far first red bar in a while here. Red meaning lower close than the opening. These here were a down day, but it wasn't versus the opening. That's the way the software works. So we've had a ton of green bars here. Looks like excitement maybe is going to slowly wane off here. We'll see. So while we're here talking crypto, let's go to Mara. I mentioned yesterday I thought some of these look lower. There's Mara getting slapped. Technometer down to 41.7. I think that thing will still come down lower. Riot. Also, big down day today. Technometer 42.63. And where is, oh, my MicroStrategy is not in here. It's down, but it was down 105 a little bit ago. 742 down 106 on MicroStrategy. There's Coinbase 324. Let's go back also. Let's look at Tesla. That's one I thought would try to turn lower still again. I mentioned it could run up to resistance to that previous line that I had. Actually, we caught that perfectly today. I showed that yesterday. So we reversed off that 771 level. I guess it was 779 level. Now we're 742. If that can recover that, I wouldn't be as bearish on Tesla, but for now I lean lower. I think that was about 776 I mentioned yesterday. I didn't get that saved, so let's save that this time. So here's our Bitcoin, 62,388. Let me go to the bigger screen, which I probably should have done earlier. 62,370 down 1,200, 1.9%. Ethereum still up 2%. Litecoin almost unchanged. So again, let's go into the 4-hour with some of our roadmaps. I'd shown this roadmap yesterday, which is still viable. We probably ought to hold in right here, that 61.6. Today's low probably is deep enough if we're going to continue higher. So if we do hold in here today and work higher, probably got to start switching to this bullish count. For now, I'm still leaning. If that was still a possible D wave there, and we're headed down to 55,000 for the E wave. And also I showed this. It just went a little bit higher. Same type of thing, diagonal triangle, red wave 4, starting down lower. That would be a better preferred count for me. Is still in correction mode. So again, nothing's changed for me. I still think stocks still lower, crypto still lower. What's up, Maxie? Drain the swamp. Let's go back and look at band. Again, I would think short term maybe did a little bit of an upthrust. I think I said yesterday, not that excited about this one. It's been underperforming. Technometer 49.55, so You know, we had definitely is oversold down there at 121. Not much of a rally to go back to overbought on the technometer. Looks like we're stuck in this trading range. I can see that move down to the bottom of the trading range. What else are we looking at? Facebook, one I mentioned. What's up, Lori? Facebook, I want to buy a pullback. I showed some 50% and 0.618 pullbacks from the recent rally. Might look at that as the technometer gets oversold. On more weakness, this is one I mentioned. We're launching in China here any day. This is a chart that looks halfway decent. You can see OP hit new lows while price is holding. Oversold technometer down here in the green box. I had shown a buy area at 223 back a few months ago. We did come back down to that area again. So that's one that could lead us higher. Just throwing a few ideas out there. These are not ones that I'm in, just watching. Coinbase came out at 381, went to 429, straight down to 311. There's General Motors, 39.35 on the technometer, lower right. That's as oversold as it's been since the low back on January 27th. That one could get interesting somewhere here. Coinbase 334, quickly off that 317 we was just at, where I mentioned you possibly could buy. Going to be a ton of volatility. Definitely one that I'm going to look forward to trading in the future. I got to get at least a week's worth of data on that thing to start putting anything together. So that's a quick roundup. Hey, Lori, that is interesting. All right, John, you were looking at, we talked about band on the stocks yesterday, so let's go back. Here's band, USDT, Binance, down 4%. 4-hour chart. I'd probably buy a pullback here as well. Be nice to see something back there at that 1510 level on low volume. So that one wouldn't scare me. I'd like to buy it a little bit cheaper. Here's AVAX, USDT up 10%, starting to come alive. I would think that one could look higher here as well soon. Let's go back to Zen. Zen USD. Let's see, that didn't load. Some reason my Zen USD is not loading there for some reason. Let's go back here to Trading View real quick. I won't have any OP or anything on it, technometer. That's one Nick has really loved, made a ton of money on. 81 after making almost a 90 this morning. I would think that thing's going to continue to trend higher as he thought. I think he mentioned $100. as first objective. ADA USD was wanting to buy a pullback here, trying to get one today. 46 on the technometer. Same thing. I still want to buy a pullback. Could be a 1-2 started on a wave 5 up, James B. Here's Luna USDT. That chart, I think I'd rather still buy a little bit lower, not acting extremely strong. I'd probably like to buy something on a new low below that 1428. I think would be a better price for me to be a buyer since it's actually a little weak here recently. Volume is low though. So ultimately I would say Luna goes higher. Moon time, Lloyd says on Zen. Here's comp down 3%. Been a little bit quiet here recently. Again, want to see a dip in some of these coins to give us a little bit better entry. ESP, Spiller. Is that a crypto or a stock? Some of these I do not follow. Not a crypto. I do not have the stock in my system. Try to add that. ESP. Bitcoin still 62,164. Coinbase 334. James B says Ray is a launch pad. Nobody would surely be shilling their personal coins, would they be? Here's Ray USD on FTX. I'd say a little lower and then buy it. XRP, we will go to that. XRP USD. Let's see what the technometer shows here. That's been back to a total liftoff. Technometer's neutral. Interesting, I mentioned this the day after that we came down and made this quick buy signal on the tech with this big sell volume coming in right the day that it flipped to the upside. Interesting, then two big green bars. So if we can get technometer back down close to oversold, that should be ready to go. Still probably still higher. That shows you don't turn your head for a day because I don't trade XRP normally, but that was an interesting setup just over the course of 3 days right here, down to 60 cents. ETC USD. Nice run from 11 to 22, a quick double. Volume hits new highs, so volume is supporting the move. Still not overbought. That one still looks higher. Buy a break. Stay long. XLM USD. I do not have Divi in the software. Here's XLM. Volume did come to a new high on the rally, so same thing, XLM. Be nice to see maybe a break below 0.565 to give us a spring and an uptrend maybe. Shake out a few week longs before higher. You're welcome, Coca-Cola. Let me give you a wrench while we're here. I talked about BABA already, but I'm going to bring that back. I think that's an interesting one. It was weak because of the China news. But software on it does look pretty good. I'd mentioned oversold technometers down here. On the OP, it has went to new lows while price held with the oversold technometer. Those are setups we like. I had this marked as a buy area a couple months ago down at 222. I think that's one. Again, would love to see the technometer come off overbought, come back down to neutral or below neutral, then maybe want to look at that. On Zen, David, I think Nick's looking for above 100. I'm not going to give an exit on Zen because that's one of Nick's, but I would say higher. Adrena Bug. Got you, Gary, just added. Appreciate it, Gary. Longtime supporter, client, friend, you name it. Link. Link USD. Still working higher, touches 39. That one was a slow starter, now doing very well again. Technometer 45. Volume not really supporting the recent rally. Would buy a dip to 35.30 probably, if we could get that. David will give you a wrench as well. For exit on Zen, really got to be on patreon.com/learncrypto to get exact details from us. All right, Coinbase back to 338, bouncing a little bit. NASDAQ down 100. Going on 230, making this kind of quick, jumping around. Bitcoin 61.8. Hold on a second here. All right, 61.8 on Bitcoin. Again, kind of searching for the lows of the day. I'm in the bearish camp. Everybody knows that. I know I haven't been sleeping well for the last week. Some days you don't want my job. Managing people's money can be extra fun and extra not fun. Let me run my disclaimer for my regulators. I am registered investment advisor since like 1996. Been trading since 1980. On the Wyckoff Stock Market Institute that was started by Mr. Wyckoff, 1931. Here's a disclaimer.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns. Thank you.
All right, do your own research, stocks, crypto, you name it. Not individual investment advice. There's a 5-minute Bitcoin, again, going on the low of the day. Interesting stock market, NASDAQ. If you've been following, I think the NASDAQ and Bitcoin still kind of move together. All risk on, risk off. Coinbase IPO out of the way. Having no excitement, so I think if Coinbase doesn't close well, that kind of probably throws a little bit of cold water on us. Everyone's going to call it basically just a blow off top, a fad, etc. I think that'll give us a little bit of downdraft here, which we will be doing buying. Crypto's here to stay, I believe, as we all do watching this show, I'm sure. But as we know, corrections can be quick and fast and furious. So I'm looking for something down. Staying along with HODL bags, I have no real reason to sell HODL bags. There's no glaring reason to sell. We have no long-term divergences, inharmonious action, nothing that Wyckoff looks for. What's up, Persian? So still 100% HODL bag, still trading, looking for the next low risk, a good risk reward setup. There's Bitcoin breaking down 61.4. Litecoin down to 262. BNB 526. I think Nick sold some of that at 595, I believe. Nick has massacred those BNB trades. Big money. 61,350 Bitcoin. Let me go back to, hold on here 1 second. I want to check something here real quick on coin going into the close. Some people want to know if I'm buying coin. I'm not. Nick bought a little bit at the opening. I'm waiting. $335 on Coinbase, it looks like. Not sure why Bitcoin's giving it up here. All right. Hold on a second. I got too many screens going on here. All right, that's all I got. I'm probably going to run here for the stock closing next 25 minutes. Coinbase, we're looking forward to trading that thing once we get a week's worth of data behind us. Start getting our Wyckoff indicators, start kicking something out. Not sure I'm the wizard. I could be the Todd Father, but I'm not the wizard. I do my best, spend hours and hours doing it, so. I have not looked at waves. I know somebody's going to say turn off your phone while you're live, but sorry, we manage clients' assets, so my phone's got to be live here. Here's waves. We'll do the 4-hour. $12 to 20 now retracing. You would think waves might be okay here on a pull back to the creek. I'd be a buyer that lower. 1,048 in here now, so I guess Coinbase action probably has got people on YouTube want to know what's going on. Looks like they're coming over. We might be number one on YouTube at the moment, possibly. Appreciate it, Sammy. Anybody new here? I own the Wyckoff Institute, so originally started by Mr. Wyckoff. Go to wyckoffsmi.com if you're interested. A lot of free information there. Go to patreon.com/learncrypto. Nick just posted that. $40 a month. We kicked butt over there, no doubt. Yeah, something just kicked in, I think, on YouTube. Probably at the stock's closing, everyone's looking for information on coin. So, and again, we do manage stock assets at Charles Schwab. We manage crypto assets with the trading API. We don't have access to clients' coins, only to TradeView manage. Bitcoin 61,600. Let's go back to that 5-minute chart. There's today's action after the 64.8 high. For new people, I'm still looking for lower. Would love to see something down around 55,000. Let's go back to some Elliott wave counts. I do throw Elliott wave counts on my Wyckoff buys and sells. That's what we do. One count that I have as we're working on the wave red E of a large wave 4 triangle. That's been my preferred count. Could also be a wave 4 of a leading or an ending diagonal triangle. And I just mentioned if we hold 61.6, which we're kind of breaking, overlapping down here doesn't look good for this count. We're getting a little deep here if we don't hold. Exactly, Zimmy. There is a lot of people I think have some of that waves. Then I think Nick and I's got some, what was it? Nick and I's got one of those coins too. Some of those are perked up, have done 10Xs off the lows. So I don't know where our friend Gary is that we make fun of, because it's not Gary MC. That's not the real Don't Be a Gary. 22 minutes to go. Coinbase 325. Coming back down a little bit here. So again, there's my best guess. If we go to the software, let's go back and look at Bitcoin USD. Consolidated volume from 140 exchanges. Technometers are all neutral right now. Frogville, the IPO came at 381, went to 429. We're now 325, so not too good action at the moment. Let's go into the 5-minute, 1-month chart on Bitcoin USD. Appreciate it, Coca-Cola. I think there's a slight bubble in the New York Stock Exchange. Margin debt's high. I can show you various sentiments that show that there's been a lot of put selling. If you understand options, anybody selling puts here is extremely bullish. I was in a group of people doing that in 1987. They all went bust. People selling puts here shows the bullish sentiment is off the charts. Be careful here. Not a time to be on margin. Not a time to be leveraged up. Here's Bitcoin USD 5-minute chart. You can see volume not really supporting the rally. So kind of looks like an ABC left behind. If we start again heading a little bit lower here, if we start overlapping 61,000, I think it looks more bearish. And then that leaves behind that wave D of a triangle, or the wave 3 of the ending diagonal, which is my 2 preferred counts. Anybody new, again, we're getting ready to be an Elliott Wave affiliate educator, because we do use Elliott Wave on top of our Wyckoff, especially in the crypto. Not as much in the stocks. You won't see me throwing much of them on the stocks unless they're longer term ones. Here's Bitcoin USDT, 5-minute, 1-month chart. 3,000 people in here now, so. You can see once again, volume not coming in on this last rally here. So makes it a little bit suspect. Now back to Bitcoin USD Bitfinex, which we follow quite a bit. It seems to give us good buys and sells. Bitcoin USD Bitfinex. You can see here, this is why we're getting more oversold. Horrible action in Bitcoin USD Bitfinex, 5-minute chart. The bottom is the OP, which is intraday 5-minute volume. Going to a new low as we speak. So that's a shitty bullish chart at the moment. One more chart we're going to show here. Those are emails we sent out to stock clients. I will tell you still at this point, most of my long-term stock clients still not interested in crypto. We're sending out another letter today. I think with the Coinbase listing, that's going to start changing things. So I think Coinbase listing is a for sure good long-term move for us. This says the Wyckoff Wave Crypto Index, when the technometer reading, which is somewhat an overbought, oversold reading, goes to 40, it's a buy signal. We had one of those in March. Here's the most recent 6 of them. Let the technometer load here. It's going to take a couple of minutes. It's dragging in a ton of data. Appreciate it, Lori. 40 bucks a month is pretty cheap for what we give for information in there, I have to think. We've kept it to that price to try to build out that community. We're at 580 people, so pretty happy about that. Nick has killed it with the BNB, Cake, Bake, SXP, etc. So there's the buys. You can see down here, lower right, technometer. Gets below the 40 level. That's where I've marked the green arrows. So that has given us extremely good buy signals in the bull market. When those quit working, then probably we are in a sideways to bear market. You will notice here the OP, the top of the 3 lower bottom indicators. On that last buy signal, volume had went to a nice ABC low while price is much higher. So, and volume didn't come in much. So some weird action on volume and price, which we'll continue to monitor. Bitcoin 61,850, 500 off that low we just made. Let's go back to that, and I'm going to wrap this up with 15 minutes to go. Five-minute Bitcoin, today's action, just made that 61.3 or so, back to 61,880. I personally want to see continued lower lows. Coinbase 332, not a good first day showing. That is going to keep people, I'm sure, bearish here. They're going to talk about sell the news event. That's fine with me for the next week or two. And then we'll try to rev it back up again. So there we are. So that's it. I'm going to run a couple commercials as usual to keep the lights on. Join our crypto Discord or hire us to manage your stock or crypto portfolios. If you want help, 24/7 is a major pain. So a couple commercials. Catch you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Peace out.
Warren Buffett, American investor, business tycoon, and one of the wealthiest people in the world, once said, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." But how is that possible? Well, knowledge is power. In 2020, it is no longer news that cryptocurrencies are the currency of the digital future. Bitcoin's stability amidst unprecedented global economic impacts from COVID-19 has proven once again that crypto is here to stay. Learning how to trade, when to trade, and where to trade crypto assets can make the difference between success and failure. At LearnCrypto.io, we offer a pathway to sustainable and lifelong wealth by helping open-minded beginners and experienced traders navigate the thin ice of the cryptocurrency markets. Live shows, interviews, coin reviews, fundamental analysis, predictive trading bots, and open chat access to a community of real traders. These are just a few of the benefits you'll receive with a membership on patreon.com/learncrypto. Sign up today if you strive to build yourself a brighter tomorrow.
Do you personally invest or trade stocks? Then you'll want to gain access to our private Discord channel. By subscribing to our pro traders at wyckoffsmi.com, you'll receive individual stock suggestions based upon the Wyckoff method, review possible trade setups, as well as receive emails when any trade suggestions are given. But if you're too busy to manage your own stock portfolio, consider our private client group at our registered investment advisor, Black Bay Capital Advisors. You'll get the personal touch while we manage your stock portfolio for you through the trusted custodian, Charles Schwab. For an annual fee, you'll have more time to enjoy life while we focus on growing your portfolio. We'll be on the same side of the table, working to help you secure your long-term financial goals.
Are you trading or investing in the fast-moving and exciting cryptocurrency markets? If so, you need to learn how to identify primary trading opportunities by implementing the Wyckoff trading methods, which was created by world-renowned stock speculator Richard D. Wyckoff. This online course teaches all you need to know to increase your returns while minimizing your risk using the Wyckoff trading method. Over 915 students have enrolled in the course since its launch in late 2017. LearnCrypto.io is owned and operated by Wyckoff SMI, also known as Wyckoff Stock Market Institute, which has been an authority on the Wyckoff trading method for over 85 years. Founded by Richard Wyckoff in the 1930s, Wyckoff Stock Market Institute has owned the rights of the Wyckoff trading course since the beginning. Take advantage today of this excellent course and begin reaping the rewards of a time-tested method from the grandfather of technical analysis, Richard D. Wyckoff.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.